magnets. There's some stuff you absolutely need to know for your exam, so please save this video. If you need extra help, remember we've got a cram course the night before your exams. It is 3 hours long and it's completely free. So say you come, you don't like it, you can leave, but I'm sure you'll love it because it's free and it's revision. Okay, magnets, what do you need to know? First thing you need to know, how do we draw magnetic field lines? So a magnet, you've probably all seen your bar magnets, right? You know what a magnet is. You stick them to your fridges when you go on holidays. They look pretty, okay? We've played with them all the time when you're younger. And normally you would have seen one like kind of colored in red and one side colored in blue, okay? But magnets, what they have, they always have 2 poles. They always have a north pole and they always have a south pole, okay? And magnetic field lines show us the direction that a force would be experienced. So the rule of thumb is, I remember because Santa Claus lives in the North Pole, so to deliver his presents, he has to come out of the North Pole and then he has to go around the world to deliver his presents. He has to go around the world to deliver his presents. So clearly there, it's going into the South Pole. If you draw these 4 lines, you'll get your marks. Maybe they'll give it to you in a different orientation. So maybe they'll give you a bar magnet like this. It's the same rules. Santa Claus lives in the North Pole. He goes out of the North Pole. He has to go around the world to deliver his presents. He has to go around the world to deliver his presents into the South Pole. Okay, so remember, because he's going out of the North Pole, that's why the direction of these arrows goes down, right, into south. He goes out of the North Pole, it goes this way. That's why the arrow's going this way into south. Okay, one thing we can notice, there's more magnetic field lines around the pole. Look, if I put a circle here, there's 3 magnetic field lines, but if I put a circle here, there's only 1. So in this region, we have more magnetic field lines. We have more dense magnetic field lines, right? There's a higher density of field lines here. So what that means is the magnetic field is strongest here. And the same thing for here. So what we can see is that the magnetic field is always strongest at the poles of the magnet. So that north pole and that south pole of that magnet, okay? The next thing I'd like to ask you about a lot is what type of materials are magnetic, okay? There's ones that you have to know. So you need to just learn this off. Iron, steel, cobalt, and nickel, okay? They like to put one of the options as copper in there, right? Because people have a hard time, remember, because this one begins with C, they forget that it's cobalt and not copper. Copper is conductive, it conducts electricity, but it is not magnetic, okay? So it's not copper. These metals are all magnetic. Steel is the only one that is a permanent magnet. The word permanent just means it's always there. So this like bar magnets here, they'll be made of steel because they are always magnetic. Whereas iron, cobalt, and nickel, we call them